Man, that water looks like tinfoil.
Yeah, I know. Okay, we are live. I thought we were joking nonetheless. What a perfect way to start. Welcome to Daytona. Welcome to the core. This is going to be very discombobulated and all over the place. Not only is it preseason for the drivers, it's preseason for all of us. We have a lot of moving parts. We have a lot of new folks, both on and off the racetrack.
No, we're very in season right now. Very in season.
So, welcome to Core. This is going to be a lot of fun. We've got, I think, 25 drivers for preseason. It's going to be a lot of fun. The Xfinity cars here, Smooth Daytona, Jacob Hitch, Sean Butler, Kevin McAdams with you, the birthday boy, Zach Johnson running the stream. Zach Johnson. Whew. I'm running off 5 hours of sleep. It's going to be a long night. We got 80 laps up on the board. Sean, we'll start with you.
Want me to say something?
Yeah, go ahead. Take it away.
So we're gonna take a little bit of the stress off you here, little Jake. But man, Daytona, everybody's favorite. This is what we got to start each season off with. No matter what league you're doing, no matter what you're racing, everything has to start at Daytona. Drivers are starting to grid up in the pits now. But the Xfinity cars arguably have the most fun drafting package on the entire service. So these guys are veterans. A lot of these guys are excellent super speedway racers. They've been there, done that, know how this package works. They should provide some awesome racing here tonight. And since it's preseason and really it's the gloves are off right now, we could see some craziness happen. So Jake, it's going to be an excellent race to watch, and hope everybody is ready to strap in, because this is going to be something.
It's going to be a lot of fun for us watching, for those on the racetrack. And I can't wait. This has been almost a year in the making. Just, okay, what are we doing for season 4? Thought they might put it on the new NASCAR game. It's not going to be out. So forget it. We're sticking with iRacing.
Close.
Might be the better choice. And this is going to be so much fun. We'll have a full schedule eventually for you. This is kind of just a trial and error. See what we're sticking with, see what we're not. Of course, you will see our graphics package in a moment. It's limited in its capacity right now. It will fill in the gaps as we move along through the preseason, and it'll be ready to roll, if not by the end of the preseason, by the start of the actual season, when we come back to a version of Daytona and run that with a version of a race car. As we kind of soar down through the order of those that'll be running, 25 cars in total, I think, here on Core on ORN, which is being run by the producer of STN, featuring a pack of broadcasters that were at Podium. Half of this is bought. It's just a giant mess.
It's an excellent combination of everything.
Yes, it is.
So I guess they're coming out.
Gumbo.
They're coming out to the grid. We should probably go through the starting grid, no? I mean, I think we should probably do that.
Let's do it. And we don't have a graphic for you, but we can at least run down through the order. Starting on pole, Fast Pasta. No kidding. Fastest guy here. That's Anthony Alfredo. He will start from P1 with his teammate Briar LaPrade to the outside. Then David Schildhouse, Harry Tiller make up row number 2. You've got Blake McCandless and Travis Brown, also known as Moonhead, in P6. Jonathan Cadell, David Cornelius in P8. Then Justin Melillo and Michael Cozy Jr., another pro driver in the Contender Series, himself, LaPrade. They ride out the top 10.
So we'll just keep on going down the list. We got Kyle Cuthbertson going down the list, Dale Reynolds, Cody Hicken, Rusty Walrus, Eric Kleppinger, Lula Snake, Dylan Jacobs, Michael P. Frisch, Caleb Hoffman, Noah Sweet, Keenan Kusin, Joey Stone, Cisco Saramuza, Trey Normile, and Justin Champagne will round out the field. And we're already getting going here. The field is making the way out for turn number 4 here. Teammates starting this thing.
This is a star-studded lineup, by the way.
It is.
What a set of 25.
It's like the all-star race, but we get to do it every week, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, there are some drivers that couldn't make it tonight. We hope to see them later on this season. Green flags in the air, and the Core Fall Brawl is underway from Daytona. Alfredo and LaPrade will take us off to turn 1.
And really side by side to start out, and we might see this for a good while. So in the official competition, this car, as I said at Talladega, was one of the most fun packages to drive. It's going to be very similar at Daytona. Lowline's going to get a good push, though. How about Alfredo with a big push from Schildhouse off of 2, and McCandless is joining them on the bottom.
Great little run down the back straightaway. He already got Cozy peeking 3 wide to the outside there. He'll lead them. Well, he'll leave that outside line to nowhere. He's just going to keep falling backwards. The 77 of Cornelius will pull down to the inside. Harry Tiller trying to get the third line to work. That's teammates up there with Tiller, Travis Brown, and Cozy.
6, 7 cars on the inside, 2 in the middle. But here comes this outside line. That's the number 69 of Harry Tiller. He's going to make it 3 wide. Nearly takes the lead on lap 1. Nearly a dead heat tie for second. Anthony Alfredo 6 thousandths behind our leader. Tiller 7 thousandths behind David Schildhouse as they approach turn 1.
How about Tiller on that outside line? It took 1 lap, and we are 3 by 3 for the lead in the quarter Fall Brawl. They're leaving it all out there. They're not going to waste any time. We do have stages, lap 20, lap 40, and then, of course, we finish this deal off at lap 80. Here comes Tiller on the outside. He's got a nose out in front, but Alfredo storms back on the bottom in 3.
How about another guy who just made his way up into this battle? Michael P. Frisch is up there. He started back in 18th, and he's already up to 9th. That 4th car on the outside there, that Bar Visuals machine, the purple and white car. Still 3 wide, though. David Schildhouse has the middle lane work, and you're on board with Frisch as they head across the front straightaway. All the help is on the top right now, but so far everything looks to be evening out.
That's Rusty Walrus, who was loosening on the straightaway, probably watching the broadcast. That's his classic line.
Of course.
And, I mean, he bounced it up into the wall and had an incredible save. We already got somebody on the apron here. I think that's Cadell, who's pulled off onto the flat and is going to drop back, and it is. So he's hasn't had enough natural light yet to be up there with these guys.
There's typically 2 approaches to these super speedways. You either in this, this 2 and 3 wide racing, or you lay in the weeds, or you lay in the back, and pretty much, you wait for your turn. And the way these guys are right now up front, you pretty much got to do what Harry Tiller did. You got to form that third lane, because right now these guys are still side by side, and David Schildhouse still leading as we approach we're starting lap 4.
Yeah, the outside line kind of fizzled out. They all moved back to the middle as we roll it through 1 and 2. You got Alfredo second on the inside line. He's going to peek to the outside line and pick up his teammate in LaPrade. He will do that. That's Dale Reynolds pulling down to the inside to let everybody go by. Alfredo retakes the lead. LaPrade will take second with some help from Justin Champagne as they roar it through 3 and 4.
That inside line started to fizzle as soon as Reynolds went to that inside apron to go to the back, and that's going to give Anthony Alfredo a chance to finally lead a lap here, despite starting on the pole. First lap led for him will be at the completion of lap 4. But here comes that second lane once again. It seems like that's the place to pass, and then once you get to that point, you really can't hang on to the lead here at Daytona or Talladega, so you got to run that bottom line. So right now you got the number 38 of Alfredo and his teammate and Brian LaPrade, they're 1-2 down the backstretch.
Sean Butler
out.
He's no longer with us. His computer blue screen will get him back when we can. Gotta love technology. Here comes the 35 LaPrade with a run on the outside line. Alfredo holding down the fort on the inside. Should be able to hold on as they bring it through 3 and 4. 3 wide in the back as Cozy gets passed by, I think that's Frisch. And Alfredo gonna lead another lap.
Top 9 or so, still side by side, stacked together. Then you got Frisch and company about 2 or 3 car lengths apart. Long race tonight, and like you mentioned, Jake, first caution will be most likely on stage 1 to complete lap 20. So these guys know it's a long race, 200 miles tonight. But I've got a couple guys that are going to be heavy hitters all night long. Alfredo's been up here the whole time. LaPrade, Schildhouse. We haven't talked about Blake McCandless much. He's definitely going to be in the hunt. And it's going to be jostling for position all night long of these 80 laps.
Really? You think the first caution, you think they're going to survive 15 more laps?
I'm optimistic.
Here comes Schildhouse. He goes to the outside. Alfredo throws the block. Now he's going to drop to the bottom right in front of McCandless. That's going to shuffle Schildhouse out of the way. 3 wide. LaPrade will lead the lap. He's almost clear down low of his teammate. Champagne will try and push him there. I don't think he's going to get there. No, he dives to the inside. He is clear for the lead.
from first to outside the top 10 goes Schildhaus. Meanwhile, Brian LaPrade and Anthony Alfredo just making these lines work, just going back and forth, switching from the outside back to the inside. Meanwhile, you got the third lane developing. That's Travis Brown on the top side. Michael Frisch also trying to give him a push. And then behind them, they're trying to figure out where do we go next. We're only on lap 7 and things are already getting tight in 3 and 4.
Travis said his options were to win or to wreck. I said, well, why not try both? Here he is on the outside, 3 wide, trying to lead this third line with help from Michael Frisch as they bring it off the corner. LaPrade continues to lead the way. Then you have Alfredo, but here comes Champagne, and here comes the air spanking machine on the outside, 3 wide.
From 25th to 3rd, Justin Champagne has made his way through this field, and he's battling for the lead to start lap 8. Only at 10% of the way through this race, and he has passed 23 cars at the start of this event. Here comes Tiller on the outside, trying to get some help from Travis Brown and Michael Frisch. 3 wide for second.
Joey Stone missed the start. He had to start from pit road. He's still on the lead lap. He's 37 seconds back. He will get lapped if they don't wreck. Here comes Tiller, 3 wide on the outside with LaPrade in the middle. Alfredo down low. And it looks like they're going to be able to hold on for the time being. Gets a little anxious when they get 3 wide, especially this early.
It was 3-on-3 on that middle and top lane, and then David Schildhaus went to the bottom, and Frisch took over that middle lane. He went to the middle. Now here comes the outside once again is Champagne. These guys are going to be 2 and 3 wide all night, it looks like, for the lead, and these guys are not shying away from driving aggressively. As once again, Briar LaPrade and Anthony Alfredo just dominating, but here comes one of the best super speedway drivers, I would say, in the entire service. Here comes Cozy on the outside.
You got to think, you might as well just go for the lead when you can as McCandless steps out for a moment. Remember, there is no yellow line rule. You can use the apron if you so choose. Cozy now leading the outside with nowhere to go. It's still LaPrade and Alfredo leading the middle and the bottom lines. Teammates just working together, keeping it going. But here comes Cozy, shot out of a cannon on the outside.
Right now, it seems like that sucker hole could be the middle lane. There's only 2 cars in that middle lane. Cadell, who dropped back a little bit, maybe trying to sneak his way into that middle lane. But right now, 4 cars on the top, 5 on the bottom. And right now, at the moment, these top 2 do not want to concede this lead to Michael Cozy. Champagne and Cozy have been driving their way through this field, and they are now here as once again, Anthony Alfredo and Brian LaPrade dominating thus far in the backstretch.
Let's see if Cozy can put together a run. He's got help from Champagne. LaPrade is clear down low. Frisch is clear down low. At least one will move down. Now Frisch moves in line in front of Alfredo. That's going to open up the middle, or will it, for Tiller. Now Cozy comes down. That leaves Champagne up high. Now Frisch jumps to the outside line. He's going to try and go for the lead.
Michael Frisch, another guy who started deep in the field, started 18th tonight. Not a really large field tonight, so you can kind of make your way from the back, maybe hang out a little bit, regroup, and then get yourself back to the front as Michael Frisch dives to the inside, nearly took the front end of that number 35 off and took it with him, but he's going to maintain the lead for now, but I don't think Briar liked that move. He is all over the back, and he's looking outside.
Reminded me of the move that Austin Dillon made to start the big one a couple years ago when Justin Haley won. And here Frisch gets pushed. He gets sideways. Champagne has to jump up to the third line. LaPrade hangs on after getting in front of Cozy. And LaPrade going to hold on to the lead for now.
Starting to notice that the more and more these guys drive crazy, the smaller the field starts to get up front. You got a side-by-side battle from basically first to around 8th or 9th. And then you got about 15 guys who are just hoping and praying these guys don't wreck each other while they're waiting and just watching at the moment. It's finally Sean Butler is back, and in the meantime, it looks like Joey Stone's maybe only a half straight away from getting lapped at this point.
Not even. He'll be lapped in 20 seconds or less. I think Sean, got detoured. I think he went down over to Lake Lloyd or something. Went to examine whether or not it was tinfoil.
Yeah, it actually is tinfoil, actually. And meanwhile, this is going to be really hairy.
Brother.
Joey
Michael
Stone
Frisch
is just holding up Michael Frisch, but at least they got by him. That could be a little bit of an issue, but they managed to sort it out. But Michael Frisch not very happy on the radio after that.
Yeah, and then sloppy Joey Stone, he'll just try and get up to speed here. Remember, all he did was miss the grid. He doesn't have any damage on the race car, so he should be able to hang with the pack once he gets up to full speed. He's the only driver lap down, so if we do see a caution, he should get the free pass, although Rusty Walrus has lost the draft and is 32 seconds back. Everybody else is in this main pack. As Briar LaPrade continues to lead the way, you got Cozy in the middle, Travis Brown trying to put together a run on the high side.
Man.
It was Travis, man. What a run these guys have on the outside. About 3-second gap, by the way. If you're out of this draft, it's about 15-mile-an-hour difference, about 3 seconds on the track. So if you lose this draft, you're going to be swallowed alive by these guys. Despite going 3 wide, you got to find room to let these guys by. But here comes Travis Brown and that Air Spanky Ford Mustang, nearly going to get the lead here. Maybe not, maybe so. No. Brian LaPrade once again, he'll lead lap 13.
And I think we saw LaPrade move up from his teammate there, so that way Alfredo could get some air on the nose. Now LaPrade moves back to the inside. Cozy stuck 3 wide. Him and Alfredo almost make contact. A little bit of pinching going on through 1 and 2. They keep it clean down the backstretch.
But Briar's doing the right thing, just to get into that middle lane and kind of maybe slow Cozy up a little bit, but also, as you said, Jake, give his teammate Anthony Alfredo the clean air to kind of cool that car down. Cozy making another run at it in the middle with a big push from Harry Tiller. And I'm telling you, man, all the guys up front, they know what the heck they're doing in these things, and that high side starting to die down as Brown is in the wall. Got a little loose, and he apologizes to Frisch on the radio, and they're going to lose a lot of time, but back to single file, and it's going to be tough for that high line to get going, but these guys are proving they can do it.
Yeah, if Travis can get back up there, you never know what will happen. Frisch hangs on. He'll pick up the 77 of Davin Cornelius, and they'll try and put something together in this middle line. Maybe they will jump up to the outside line. They haven't been shy up here at the front to go 3 wide, as we are 5.5 laps away from the end of the stage. There are no points in the Fall Brawl since it's really preseason. The points will come into effect when the regular season starts November 11th.
Just like the NFL, just getting these guys' feet wet, getting ready for the regular season. And right now, these guys are putting on a show for 65 guys, and nearly a wreck there out of turn 4. A lot of contact, a lot of checking up as these guys starting to accordion together. It was about a maybe 10-car pack. Now it's about 20 cars all over each other side by side.
Alfredo, I think, just lost it really towards the exit of the corner. He hangs in line right in front of McCandless, with LaPrade, his teammate, in front of him. LaPrade goes up the hill. Here comes Alfredo.
Yeah.
Cozy steps out to make it 3 wide. Harry Tiller's going to go with him. Champagne will go with them. That's going to leave LaPrade in the sucker hole. Here comes Raw Gator to pick him up, and Trey Normile side by side between Alfredo and Cozy. Look out, Harry Tiller. He's not close. He runs into Shieldhouse. Again, around goes the 06. That's Dylan Jacobs. Cody Hicken. Got a couple wrecking in the back. Looks like we're going to hang on. Jonathan Cadell got sideways, and we make it through relatively unscathed, but it's the first crash of the core Fall Brawl in 3 and 4.
I was about to say, that could have been a lot worse. That could have easily taken out pretty much every car from 4th on back there, but Harry Tiller was kind of all over the place going through 3 and 4. We'll get a replay here in just a second, but it looks to me, Kevin, it's pretty obvious here. Harry just didn't know which lane he wanted to go in, and he tried to go up to the top, and that wasn't there because the 23 of Justin Champagne was there, and he tried to go back to the middle, and by the time he made his mind up, Briar LaPrade was right there, and he had nowhere to go.
You know that like inner monologue, pick a lane. Well, he picked both. Yeah. He didn't really vote, and he really picked all 3. Poor Shieldhouse just running the bottom line, just had nowhere to go. But one thing that is nice, and I'm sure Jacob will talk about it, these guys do get a fast repair, so I don't know if you'll want to use it this early, maybe fix that damage this early on in the stage and this 80-lap race, but you do have it for later, if you get another big accident. So something these guys are going to have to contemplate as they hit pit road.
Yeah, that's definitely not the last wreck we're going to see tonight. Dale Reynolds also got a piece of it, so I think 5 or 6 cars in total in that one. So a medium-sized one. To open this up, pits are open because we're not at 2 to go in the stage. Here comes Cozy, McCandless, and Tiller. Alfredo will stay out. Everybody else, except for the 77 Davin Cornelius, Travis Brown, they will stay out. Most everybody else, though, is going to come onto pit road here.
Champagne just hit the wall trying to get into his pit stall.
And, oh, brother. Justin gets in the box, definitely on an angle.
And going into his stall, and then he just slid.
Like he didn't know that's where his box was going to be. He wound up in Raw Gator's box, and Gator had to back up as well, so they both missed their boxes.
Oh, boy.
So Anthony Alfredo leads the 5 of Joey Stone get back on the lead lap here. And why don't we try and talk to, since we have the power, Harry Tiller is with us, and we'll talk with him and try and figure out what his plan was for that wreck. Harry, thanks for joining us. What happened?
How could you? How could you, Harry?
I got there, I hesitated, went back up, and then I ate. I ate what came out my hand. So, I'm gonna try not to do that again. Sorry.
I mean, these things happen. So what's the plan moving forward? We might get this thing restarted before the end of the stage, but I'm not going to hold my breath. We might get a one-lap dash here. No points on the line. All you're looking for is a race win. Just going to ride around till we get to the end of this deal, or are you just going to keep pushing?
Nah, we're just going to have fun. I mean, I'm going to try to not continue making stupid moves, but I can't believe I did that. I don't know, I went down and then kind of drifted back up. These things don't handle very well. They're more of a handful than they look. But, we're just going to go have some fun.
Well, best of luck out there the rest of the way. Hopefully we don't talk to you in this fashion again.
But don't bring me in when I crash.
Well, don't crash or we won't bring you in.
There you go.
All right. Well, you have a good one, guys.
Harry Tiller, the driver of the 69. Joey Stone got waved around and then had to let everybody by because he passed too many people. So I think we're good now, and I believe we are coming to the green flag.
I just want to reiterate that we race with Harry a lot in all moon car and stuff like that. He's a really good plate racer. He doesn't make moves like that often, but he's a hilarious guy, one of the most fun guys to race around in the service. And I guess he can get it out of the way now in the preseason and not do it in the regular season, but nonetheless, not as bad of a wreck as it could have been. I think, Kevin, if I'm these guys, I do not use the fast repair in that instance at all. So we got a bunch more time to wad them all up before we get to use that.
We have a one-lap dash here for stage 1 too, so maybe wait for that. But some of these guys did stay out here. I think some of the people that stayed out are going to pit here on stage 1. The people that decided to pit here on lap 18 are going to do the inverse. So we'll definitely have a new leader once stage 1 is complete. But we're coming to the green here, boys.
Caleb Hoffman used his fast repair. He is the only one that used it. Just a note about Harry, by the way, when we were here at Bumpy Daytona to start the season last year, Harry kind of bulldozed the field. He was a slow car on the apron, didn't hold it on the apron, came up into the field, took out Alfredo and everybody else. Green flags in the air. Cornelius gets out of the gate strong with help from Blake McCandless, but here comes Alfredo with Travis Brown down low. Cornelius is not quite clear, and Alfredo is just going to hang down there. This is the last lap of stage 1.
As they make their way side by side, the bottom lane is going to be the place to be. What a push by Travis Brown on Anthony Alfredo off a turn 2. As Harry Tiller said, these things don't handle all that well. You saw we got people sliding everywhere, so handling is a factor. But right now, Travis Brown locked to the bumper of Alfredo as they head into 3.
Air Spanky giving the help to Anthony Alfredo. What better combination than pasta and bacon? No, okay, bad
There's
joke. Here they come off the corner. A little sideways from Brown. Alfredo gonna hang on 3 wide behind him. Anthony Alfredo wins the first stage of the Fall Brawl, and you get nothing. Congratulations, Anthony Alfredo.
Well done.
Just re-rack them and try again. We'll see if these guys pit. I don't know what the fuel window is, just because these guys seem like they're going maybe a little bit slower than I'm used to in these Xfinity cars, maybe a little bit different in the setup. It's pretty hot here in Daytona. We've got a 82-degree ambient temperature, 129 degrees on the track temp. So it makes sense why Harry said these things are a little bit squirrely. So we'll see if tires are at a premium tonight. We'll see if these guys come in again.
We'll let these guys get to pit road. The pace car, he's behind these guys, I think. So they have to wait for the pace car to get there. Yeah, the pace car is
traveling at a cool 80 miles per hour.
Justin,
Justin's taking the chicane here, showing off. As here comes the pace car. I guess he forgot with the brake, but I think it's stuck in cruise control maybe. Here he comes. Neum
just like to point out, looking over the paint schemes here, the 49 and the 03, Keenan Kusin in the 03 and the 49 of Cisco Scare.
No, why?
Yep, their roof numbers are upside down, and plus they're in Comic Sans, so that's a great combination, I got to say. There are some questionable paint schemes in this race, and we'll touch on them later, but man, those two are some of the ones that stick out from what I was looking. Man, it's tough.
Cisco painted all those cars. All the Team Rick cars are going to look exactly the same, at least for the Fall Brawl. We'll see about the regular season. Anthony Alfredo in his box. We have 10 folks actually that have stayed out. Everybody else has come onto pit road. Most of these guys have, this is the first time they've been on pit road. A couple of them pitting for the second time, and it's going to be Eric Keplinger winning the race off pit road. Anthony Alfredo is off and rolling. Let's talk with Fast Pasta now, the winner of Stage 1. Anthony Alfredo, the race winner, the Stage 1 winner.
Good win, Anthony. Congratulations.
Hey, race winner. That sounds pretty good to me. I didn't know that was the end. I thought we had 40 to go, but I'll take it. I'm gonna pull down and we're gonna load her up.
So you don't win anything from winning. Even if you win the race, you don't get a whole lot or anything, at least in preseason. But take us through, how does this help you prepare at least for the regular season once we get rolling?
Oh, it's a great time, just obviously racing all the competitors that will be in the series once we get going, and kind of learning everyone's driving styles, just having a good time, kind of freshening up my iRacing skills, and getting ready for the real deal. But I think everyone so far is taking it pretty serious. We've had a great race so far, and hopefully we can keep executing like we have been. I'm a little bit further back in the pack here, so we'll see what we can do in traffic and try to get back to the front when it matters most on the last lap.
All right, well, the pace car is heading off, so we're going to let you go. Best of luck, and we might see you later on tonight. We'll have to wait and see.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Green flag, we're racing. We timed that out almost perfectly. Cozy leads us to turn 1.
Well, Ben Easterday shortened the caution up on us, so appreciate. Thank you, Ben, for that. But that's for the better, I'd say. More racing, the better. Still side by side, though. This is the first time we've seen Blake McCandless up there trying to go for the lead. He's got a lot of drafting help from that 25 of Luell as they head off of turn number 2 there. So these guys trying to get that third lane for him. It's the most common seed we've seen up in that third lane. Travis Brown with a big push from Davin Cornelius coming down the backstretch.
Here comes McCandless, not quite clear. He's got the quarter panel numbers on that race car. A little sideways there behind him is Lowell. Can't quite hold the line. It's going to allow Cozy to inch back out in front off the corner. Cornelius gets a little sideways up high. He's on, new tires. He just pitted. McCandless will lead that lap. Everybody else keeps rolling, but Cozy's not giving up. Here comes Lowell to the outside, 3 wide for the lead.
I was just about to say gridlock in that second lane, but here comes Lowell on that outside. Someone on the inside, really
Cody
sideways.
Hicken.
It looks like, yeah, it is Cody Hicken on that number 28 in that HendrickCars.com Camaro. He stacks up that inside line, really scatters those inside line drivers. They go to the back, but right now Lowell in that 25, trying to make that third lane work. It seemed to be the place to be in terms of passing a little bit earlier in the race, but then we saw that second lane with Briar LaPrat and Anthony Alfredo. They were controlling those 2 lanes, and it seems like that second lane is the place to be to pass, and he goes right back to the middle lane, right next to Justin Champagne.
We'll see how this plays off for Lowell, as now McCandless will be the one to push him. That inside line dancing around with Cody Hicken and Rusty down there behind Champagne and Cozy. And Rusty's just going to pull over and say, guys, go ahead. I'll go to the back, regroup. Busy watching the broadcast, watching that 59 on the racetrack. Lowell poked out in front, but Cozy roaring back on the bottom.
Cozy, as we all know, one of the most decorated, literally most decorated super speedway racers on the service now. So much success in a wide variety of super speedway competition, leading that bottom lane. Luell, though, with a great push from Blake McCandless. No slots in the super speedways. And here comes Anthony Alfredo trying to bust his way through the middle there. Got a push from David Schilthouse there in the 20 car there. So Alfredo making his way back up to the front. If I'm him, I might try to jump to this outside with Travis Brown. He's trying to, just not clear off the corner. But Luell's looking like he's going to lead this lap as they head across the line.
He will do it, and shout out to David Schilthouse, who's 4th in the middle line. He does not have a rear end of the race car after that first crash. So clearly didn't use his fast repair. Just going to keep on rolling and seeing how it can go.
They don't allow that in real NASCAR. They consider it an advantage. Well, at least not here at the super speedways, definitely at the speedways, but we're on iRacing. We're going to be still side by side. I'm surprised he's staying in this draft. These cars are pretty sensitive when it comes to the aero damage, so props to him for staying in. But they're going to be 3 wide here for third, make it second, now back to third. Here comes Alfredo underneath Blake McCandless, trying to give Lowell a shot out of turn 4. And at the moment, on that inside line, Michael Cozy holds in the lead as it gets cloudy here at Daytona.
Cloud.
Yeah, giant cloud settles over the speedway that's, well, it's got to be, 3 miles in length, maybe more, as Champagne will move to the middle line. I think McCandless moved up because he was running hot, but here comes Champagne with Lowell all over him here through the corner. Alfredo right behind him. He has to back up. As side by side for the lead, they continue with Champagne in the middle line.
And for all the weather nerds and track condition nerds, a la Zach Johnson, our producer, the track temperature has cooled down with that cloud. We're now at 126 degrees now, just cooled down 1 more degree as I'm saying that. But still pretty toasty track conditions here, as they alluded to. They're still going to be slipping and sliding around this, but look at this, 3x3, 4 rows deep. Cozy's still with the lead. McCandless looking up the top side. And right now we got the 23 of Justin Champagne lead in the middle. So any one of these guys can get the lead here, but McCandless has a big push as they head into turn 1.
And these guys are just dancing around. As here comes the middle line surging again. Champagne with help from Lowell up the middle. Alfredo sticking with them. That's Trey Normile, who's just going to back out in that blue 85. Champagne is clear. Here comes Lowell to the outside. Now Alfredo's going to go to the middle and pass both of them here into turn 3.
And I don't know if Normile wanted to shake this up. Yep. He definitely did by making that inside line stack up. Here comes Champagne on the bottom. Alfredo out of nowhere in the middle. Lowell gets shotgun back to the outside lane. He's just going to get shoved by Blake McCandless. And another driver I'm starting to see slowly but surely make his way into this pack, slowing in the way most of the time, but right now we're on wide open surfaces. That's Justin Malillo there in the traction number 53.
Through 1 and 2. Champagne trying to hold on with that inside line. Harry Tiller's trying to close in on his teammate in Cozy, but Alfredo with the help from Schildhaus, the assless David Schildhaus up there, second on the outside line.
I can't kill tonight.
Can't really think of any. That thing is just a bumper, like it's just a chassis on the rear end of that car. If we can get another on board from Briar LaPrade, we can see exactly what he's seeing. But there we go.
A little bit higher.
a little bit higher.
That's some undercarriage. Tyler O'Neill's loving that shot.
It's a la Tyler O'Neill. But there, 3 wide back there. Blake McCandless, there it is. Blake McCandless going to the top lane by himself. Not necessarily the route you want to go. If you want to make some headway on the top, he's going to shuffle in. But still 2x2. Justin Champagne is going to be clear of Anthony Alfredo. So they've calmed down quite a bit here at the front of the pack. So it's Champagne, Alfredo, Cozy, Schildhaus, and Tiller, the top 5. But they're reloading the top side. Here comes Blake McCandless. He's got a big push from Travis Brown as they enter 3 and 4.
And Champagne is clear in that middle line. He's on the bottom, but he's clear all the way around with a giant push from Cozy. They've got lap traffic ahead in Joey Stone, who lost the draft again.
Again? How did he lose it again? Come on, Joey. Come on, Joey.
I don't know.
You're better than this, Joey.
Cozy to the lead, 3 wide. Here comes McCandless up top. I don't know where Joey's going to go because they are 3 wide solid here. I think the apron might be his friend down the back straightaway. As here they come.
Off the track is, I think, what these guys want. Yep, sure enough, he does wisely go to the apron. These guys are still 3 wide. Joey Stone once again 1 lap down. We'll get another caution inevitably. We have stage 2 coming up here on lap 40. But here comes that second lane once again. Schildhaus and LaPrade. I don't know how Schildhaus is still up here, but he has been helping and pushing that number 38 of Alfredo back to the front. We're going to have a dead heat here for the lead. Cozy had it last lap by. We'll see if Alfredo can get it. No, it looks like Alfredo will finish second on that lap. Cozy still maintains the lead.
9 laps to go in stage number 2. Cozy leads the way. You got Champagne in second, Alfredo in third, Harry Tiller in fourth. The top side has fallen back. That middle line also starting to recede a little bit.
They head down the back straightaway, like you said. Things are calming down a little bit, trying to get the temperatures back in those engines. Cozy with a big push into turn number 3 from Champagne, Alfredo, and Schildhaus and LaPrade. Oh, look at that. Goes to the top side. That's Kevin Champagne. Maybe kind of didn't have enough room there. Going through 3 and 4. Alfredo's going to try the top. Schildhaus is going to stay in the course in the middle. Harry Tiller gets hit. And they're wrecking on the front stretch. Another incident kill involved. Upside down. Schildhaus is in it too.
Oh, and Dale Reynolds gets another piece of it. Harry Tiller goes tumbling. He is the first rollover of the core Fall Brawl. A vicious crash in the tri-oval. And he just got turned by David Cornelius there. He had to lift and just got a bad bump.
As Justin Malilla would say, flip counts at 1.
Mm-hmm.
Lap 33, first flip of the season, well, the preseason. Man, some of these guys took big shots. David Schildhaus, once again involved. He lost his entire front end. He's going to need to get a fast repair. Harry Tiller, I would assume, will do the same thing. Some of these guys had no choice but to lock it up right as these guys wrecked. But it just looks like a really bad bump from Cornelius in the tri-oval, and that just sent drivers all over the place. Unfortunately for Tiller, flipping and barrel rolling on the exit of the tri-oval as he barely connects Reynolds there at the end of the tri-oval there.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Tiller, he was kind of wobbly again. If we can get an onboard maybe from David Cornelius, we could see what he could see. But here's McCandless, has nowhere to go, really. Just right into the back of Alfredo and then flipped Harry. But from what I was seeing, Harry was kind of out of shape getting into the tri-oval and maybe checked up a little bit. And Davin didn't really have anywhere to go here as we're on board with Davin. So watch Harry gets, I don't know, he's kind of wobbly, goes to the apron and then just checks up. And then Davin just doesn't really have any time to react. And that's what caused the whole thing. So not what Harry was looking to see, but definitely I don't think I could put that on Davin, really.
Do we need to bring this to mock Moon Vision Court?
I don't know. We got to keep that stick over there.
At least talk to. Well, we already talked to Harry. Let's talk to the 77 at least this time. See what he thinks. What happened?
I was talking to him about it. I think he went to go push Cozy, and then he kind of, backed out of it. And I did not back out of it enough. I think that was my fault. Yeah. I got to keep my drivers in check, you know.
So, you did not use your fast repair yet. Long race to go. Where do you think you go from here?
Oh, it's pretty crazy. I mean, all the big hitters are going, crazy at it at the front. I'm trying to at least kind of be there. I just wiped a few of them out. Maybe I'll get a few more before the end of this thing and go for the dub.
League owner, operator, driver, Davin Cornelius, driver of the 77. Thanks for being here, and best of luck to you. We'll see what happens.
Thank you.
There you have it. Driver of the 77.
I still don't think that's his fault. He's just being humble, I think, there. So it's
I didn't realize just how much Harry was kind of all over the place. And I think he was right what Davin said. He was going to give Cozy a bump, and I think he just thought better of it. Well, in this case, thought worse of it, and then he flipped.
So this should bring us to one lap to green here. We'll have a restart with 5 to go in stage number 2 here from Daytona. Michael Cozy Jr. is your race leader. And fast repair update, Blake used his, Hoffman already used his, Noah Sweet, David Schildhaus, Anthony Alfredo have all used their fast repairs. Harry Tiller is saving his fast repair, and, I say that, but he had to tow, and I think because of where he was, he has to tow all the way around the racetrack, so a 5-minute tow for the driver of the 69.
So he will not have, I don't think he has a choice but to use it. He's got to wait for that tow to expire, as you said. So field doubling up now off of turn number 2. And I really, next time we talk to somebody, I want to actually gauge them and see, how tough this thing is to drive. We've seen these guys sliding everywhere. I'm going to get a track temperature update, actually. We are down
a little bit cooler.
To 123 degrees. That's still pretty toasty for a track temperature like this, but I guess that's by design to make this a little bit tougher. But it looks very fun when handling's a factor in this. So we're going to see as the track cools down, I would assume more and more as we get on here, just how much the handling's going to improve, or who knows, maybe the track's going to get a little bit hotter and we'll be sliding around more again. So guys are going to be working off of turn number 4. We're going to have 5 laps to go in stage 2 when we get the green flag.
We'll see what happens. We'll see if Joey Stone can actually hang on to the pack this time. Harry Tiller did use his fast repair, so after 4.5 minutes sitting in the box, he is rolling. He is only 1 lap down, so he should get back on the lead lap here at the end of the stage. Pace car's in, green flag. Oh, Dylan Jacobs does not get going, sandbags the restart. Everybody in the outside line behind him is forced to check up, and it's a 7-car breakaway heading to turn 1.
And Briar LaPrade just is not very happy after that, as Dylan did just get a horrible restart. He's still slipping back. He has a lot of damage on that 06. So he might be sliding back a little further as LaPrade's going to duck to the bottom. But right now, it's 2 cars on the top side there, Justin Champagne and Blake McCandless, as they try to make something of this outside lane down the back. But they're all following Cozy as they make their way down the backstretch into turn 3.
Cozy won the practice race before the practice race. So the deal is, Wednesday nights they come in, basically do a mock run, shorter distances. Typically less people show up, and then we do the big thing on Thursday. It's going to happen throughout the regular season as well. And who won last night? The driver of the 99. Shocker. Last year's champion, Michael Cozy Jr. back to his winning ways. But here comes Champagne on the outside trying to spoil the party.
Someone in the chat said that they don't want another Michael Cozy party here in the Core League. And right now, Justin Champagne is doing his best effort to make sure that does not happen tonight. Him and McCandless, pretty much the only 2 drivers up front attached here on this second lane. Got Bull all over the back end of Cozy. But here comes the rest of these drivers against that second lane. Here comes the number 28. That's the number, who is that? I'm still trying to remember names. Cody Hicken and that Hendrick car's number 28.
Coming to 3 to go. I get it. New drivers, different places. I'm never going to get used to that Hendricks.com car, considering I watched a full year of a Haviland car out of Cody Hicken. But here they come. He's going to lead the 3rd line with help from Briar LaPrade with 3 to go on the stage.
So I was looking at Briar LaPrade and Anthony Alfredo trying to hook up and get back up to the front of the field, but Hicken kind of put maybe a little damper on those plans, as he has not been able to keep that car straight for the most part. It looks like he's got it settled down now. So they're going to make a run at this down the back straightaway. Still not really enough help. McCandless now get a little squirrely off of turn number 2, trying to push the 23 of Justin Champagne as we look on board our leader, Michael Cozy Jr., into turns 3 and 4. Luell kind of checks the bottom lane up. This might open the door for Champagne and McCandless off of 4.
Travis Brown peeking to the outside line with that 3rd line. He's got help. Sideways is LaPrade. He hangs on. He's going to pick up that top line. He's going to big push. Hang on to it. 2 to go in the stage. Pit road is closed. Let's see how they can make it. The next caution would end the stage if they can't make it to the end of lap 40.
Nice sincere apologies from Travis Brown as he almost lifted the rear end of the 35 of LaPrade, but they hang on to it, still 3 wide. That'll be for 4th at Devin on the inside line, trying to give Lul a big push on that inside. Cozy's still your leader, but LaPrade and Brown trying to make that outside line, and then you got Normile also on that outside. He's been back and forth in this pack. He's trying to make that 3rd lane work as well.
This time by, we will see the white flag in stage number 2. Michael Cozy Jr. continues to lead the way. Lowell is clear. He's going to jump up. He's going to try and pick up Champagne. He goes too high. Champagne going to go in the middle. Lowell pushed up high. The 77 going to push Cozy. Of course, Cornelius spotted for Cozy in Road to Pro. Now he's going to push him to the lead last lap, stage 2.
And that'll essentially foil the entire top line as Luell clears himself down in front of Travis Brown. But here comes the outside lane. More help. McCandless jumps up. Michael Frisch is up there in that 58. He'll jump up to the outside. 3 wide for 2nd. Now side by side for the lead. McCandless with a big shot from Frisch. This is far from over as they head into 3.
Into turn number 3, you got McCandless up high, you got Cozy down low. Let's see what happens. Here they come off corner number 4. This is for the stage win, which means nothing in a race where the win also means nothing. Here they come to the line. Who's it going to be? Blake McCandless, stage 2 winner.
All
in
right.
the core.
Yeah,
Somebody
you don't
else.
get anything. Listen, Blake McCandless is good. I mean, both these guys are respectable drivers. They're just
They're
having
both
fun
in the
out there.
Pro Series.
No, watch yourself. The Contender Series.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes,
Can't
the
say that.
eNASCAR Road to Pro. I almost said qualifying Contender Series. The eNASCAR Road to Pro Contender Series.
Rolls right off the tongue.
Oh yeah. Alphabet Soup, I think, is what they should just name it next year. But nonetheless, Blake McCandless wins stage number 2. We'll talk to him after they make their pit stops here. So we'll have inside 40 laps to go in the rest of the way, and so you have Anthony Alfredo, who only made 2 starts last season, winning stage 1. Blake McCandless in his first start, winning stage 2.
Unofficially.
Gotta wonder here.
They're going to pull it from him?
Gotta make sure the thing makes weight.
Is this race even happening right now? I mean, it's you don't get anything. All this is for nothing, as you said, Jake.
You get the win in name only. That's about it. No points go your way.
You get to hear your name on the broadcast, and that is essentially all you receive for now for this.
Right.
But they should be coming in right now for some tires. Cozy almost thought about deking everybody out, but we got a couple staying out.
Jesus Christ. Rusty stays out, and Harry Taylor getting his lap back almost clobbered him.
I'm not sure about. Well, Rusty's only got 8 laps on his tires. I mean, Llewell's in. He has 7 laps. So I don't know about this move from Rusty, but I don't know. Maybe he wants the track position and he's banking on a wreck. Who knows?
What's the fuel
Well-
situation? I don't think they can make it, right?
Hicken stays out as well. I don't think they can make it to the end. I think they're going to need to pit, whether that's under green or under caution. Let me just check and make sure that fuel limit is set at 75%, so they definitely will have to pit before the end of the race. And you've got Shrimps 1 and 2 in Rusty and Cody. Cozy will win the race off pit road, only an 8-second stop, and Cornelius with a 9-second stop, Keplinger with a 6-second stop. So I think some of these guys just took fuel only, no tires, or only 2 tires.
That tells me fuel only. So I see Blake McCandless with a 14.7. Everyone else appears to have taken 4 tires. So the 2 maybe no tire stops for Michael Cozy, Davin Cornelius, and Eric Kleppinger in the 60 cars. So everyone else seems to have taken full service on that round of pit stops.
Let's speak with our stage 2 winner.
Do we have to?
Well, we should. Stage 2 winner in name only, Blake McCandless. How we doing?
Oh boy.
Oh, we're doing pretty good, Jacob.
So, you beat Cozy, who was last year's champion, here in your first start. How do we feel about the rest of the race here? Pit strategy going to be part of this. What are you thinking?
It's going to be pretty good. I know we're kind of close on what we can do here. I think we're going to have to pit at some point in this stage. So just going to come down to picking the right time to do that. And being up front, it's hard to make moves. We're all kind of gridlocked. Everybody up here is really good, so it's hard to, every lane's kind of even right now. So just have to stay up front. That's our plan.
So we've been talking about it up here throughout the race. These things seem a little more on edge and not as easy to drive as you would kind of expect. What do you think from the driver's seat? Easier than you would think, harder than you would think, about the same?
No, I'd agree with you there. It is a little more difficult than you would anticipate for Daytona, especially down the straightaways. These things really like to kind of weeble wobble around. There's a little bit of just kind of floating to it. That's at least what I feel. That's what everybody else I'm talking to feels. But nothing, I guess, that we can't handle. We've been pretty good with it all night up here. We've had some hard racing up here, and it's been pretty good so far. So yeah, it's a little bit of a handful, especially on the straightaways, and we'll see how that changes. Everybody will get a little more aggressive here towards the end.
Blake, are you sure that's not just because you're a bad driver?
Well, I mean, there is that. So take everything I say with a grain of salt.
There you see our field summary and our weather, brought to you by different ATVO overlay. Thank you, Blake. We might see you towards the end of this deal. Just have to wait and see. Best of luck.
All right, guys. We'll try to drop an F-bomb on them. If you want to, join Team Tebow at dropinfbomb.com.
All right, there he goes. I wanted to cut him off before the ad read, but...
Oh, come on. He did it. He executed it perfectly. Come on. You got to respect that.
Look at this conga line on the inside.
Yeah, everybody laying back here. We only have 5 people in the outside line. Cozy, McCandless, Cuthbertson, Hoffman, and Reynolds. Green flag. Cody did not get going. He's your race leader. Rusty pitted, so he went to the back of the field. And now you got the 28 lead in this thing. He won the inaugural race at, was that season 2? I think it was season 2 at Daytona, back when this thing was on heat. And, well, here he is, leading now at Daytona.
There is nothing more frustrating to see if you're racing than the guy who stayed out spinning his tires on a restart. So not what you want to see. He's able to keep it going is Cody Hicken. He has got a rear bumper full of Davin Cornelius right now as they are squirrely into 3. They are staggered behind him. Kyle Cuthbertson kind of stuck on the outside there. Caleb Hoffman to his inside. Only 2 cars on the outside as they nearly get turned. Cody Hicken again. He's got to check up the inside. That's twice now in this lap. Hicken has nearly wrecked the field. They stay patient and get through it. Cozy with a big push from McCandless.
It's been a while since he's driven on iRacing, and it's kind of showing here just because it's been a bit. Not quite as comfortable behind the wheel.
Practice.
He's still leading this thing. We'll see how long, though.
Outside line experience showing up here on this second lane. Cozy, McCandless trying to get around that number 28 of Hicken. Hicken has just been all over the place, particularly on the straightaway. Davin is not letting up on that rear bumper. He is all over the rear end of that Hendrick car. Number 28 still side by side the first 4 rows. First one single file is going to be the number 06 of Dylan Jacobs, just praying that these guys don't wreck on the inside. Still side by side for the lead.
Cozy not quite able to get there, but he has a big push here from that outside line. He propels in front of Cody at start-finish. Cody's going to get him back, though, heading to turn number 1. Cozy not quite clear. He's going to go for it, and he will take it. New leader. He's clear, Michael Cozy Jr.
He was quite clear, Jacob Hitz, as he makes his way into turn number 1 and takes the lead. So Blake is going to have a big push from Caleb Hoffman now. I'm trying to figure out what Caleb's car is. I know it's based off of the old Kodak cars from back in the day. It's got its own spin on it. I hope so. That's the only color scheme I've seen in the actual series. And good mug shot on the front of that car there. It's just kind of gives you a little side eye. I love that. But off the corner, he's trying to push Blake McCandless. Here comes Travis Brown to the outside. That Moon Vision Air Spanky Ford Mustang has seen better days with the damage. He's not been afraid to try to make that top lane work. Not going to have any help, but still side by side as McCandless has the nose peeked into the lead. Here comes, look at this. I can't believe that. Hoffman tries to get to the outside. No one goes with him. That is just disrespectful.
We'll be seeing him. He falls back at that outside line. Nobody helping him. Across the board, he just keeps dropping back.
Ugh.
So now it's going to be McCandless leading the middle line with help from Raw Gator, the 85, Trey Norweil. And then you got Alfredo right behind them, Lowell, and then Travis.
Man, Alfredo started shotgun in the field here. Him and LaPrade decided, let's just sit in the back here on this restart. 3 wide, a little bit of contact on that second lane. Norweil and Hicken, I believe, got together there on the exit of turn 4, and that made that outside line just scatter all over the place. And once again, he's below the yellow line. These guys are all over the racetrack. Track temperature starting to go up a little bit, 126 degrees now as we approach 3 p.m. in the sim, but still side by side as Wool's now been relegated to the top.
Yeah, he falls back. The inside line, it's only 3 cars. It's Cozy, Cody, and Cornelius, Triple C down there on the bottom. Here comes McCandless with help from Norweil. Can't get anywhere, though. That outside line just not as strong, apparently, compared to the 3 down low.
As here comes Norweil up to the top trying to go 3 wide, and he does, but nobody goes with him, so they'll leave him out to dry up there as that's Anthony Alfredo in that 38 decides, I'm going to stick behind Blake McCandless. I might feel a little safer here as they make their way down the front straightaway. So it's going to be McCandless and Alfredo leading the top side along with Travis Brown. And really nobody's had anything for Cozy. They just have such a hard time getting over that bottom lane. As McCandless said, it's a little bit tougher to pass. They're side by side now, so maybe we'll see if McCandless can finish off the pass, as it looks like Hicken is looking to the inside and he thinks better of it. And they're still not sure what to do.
We're 4. He backs out of it. We're back to 3. You got Travis Brown leading the outside. Oh, the 77 got rid of 2 from behind. He's going to save it.
Wow.
Oh, Justin still trying to get it back here. What a save.
Hanging on. Hell yeah.
Ever off the field there trying to do their best Kyle Busch impression after Cornelius tag the apron there. That's going to spread out this entire field. That's going to leave. Someone else is on the apron again. That's Hicken. I believe he's just saying, I've had enough. I'm done being all over the place and being up front here. He has just been used up here in this lead pack. But that allowed the number 99 to lose the lead. Inside line just lost all momentum and allowed McCandless and Alfredo to take the lead. And now they're on the inside line. And here comes the outside line once again with Normile and company.
So how about that? You got Alfredo now in second. Where did he come from? He's there on the bottom. Lowell leading the outside line. Cozy falling back to third, as now the entire pack basically has to rebuild and start over. I don't know how many of them will actually do it. 30 laps to go here at the line. Remember, they still need to find a way to get a pit stop out of this here.
Yeah, we got one more pit stop at least to take care of before the end of this thing. So it looks like it's sorted out pretty well. It's called calm down. Blake McCandless, Anthony Alfredo are your two lead cars, and side by side with second with Cozy and Luell, then Justin Champagne, and now they're 3 wide again. Right as I say, they've calmed down. Here comes Normile up to the top. He's actually got help there from Briar LaPrade, the 35. Here comes Travis Brown through the middle. He's going to try to get on in this battle as he will make it up there, still 3 wide. And right now, I don't think that 85 is much way to go up there, as here comes Schildhaus back in the mix.
By the way, Joey Stone lost the draft again.
How? That's 3 times.
I don't know.
He's got Harry Tiller back there with him.
17 seconds back. Yeah, it's him and Tiller. They're only 10 mile an hour slower compared to the 15 mile an hour slower that they were when they were just apart from each other. Everybody else in the lead pack, except for those two plus Dale Reynolds, who I think is still driving a wounded race car. He has not taken his fast repair yet, but still not in the draft.
A little bit of a break here in the draft. Got first through 13th. Got a baker's dozen here between the leader McCandless and 13th and Michael Frisch. And about a second and a half behind Frisch, you got Cadell and company, Scaramouza. Got Rusty Walrus back here, Eric Keplinger, Dylan Jacobs. These guys had to really... Oh, we're back up front. Big contact in the lead.
See, there it is. Raw Gator involved. People going through the grass, trying to avoid it. I think Alfredo will get the worst of this. And the caution flag is out for the 4th time tonight. We survived for the most part, but Anthony Alfredo, who has not, he has used his fast repair, and that thing just took a big, big shot.
Dare I say, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on air, but we have potentially a net code incident.
Oh, you can absolutely say that here.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have standards here. Come on.
I was going to say Normile might have gotten into him, but yeah, that's definitely a little bit of net code there. That's about a foot of separation between him and the 38 of Alfredo. That sucks. That's tough.
Yeah, that's a rough one. They got hooked together and they just couldn't really get off each other. Alfredo was trying his best to saw on the wheel to kind of evade the contact. We'll see here. So watch the blue car up there of Normile as they come off the corner. He gets a little squirrely and he's going to wash down the track. Luell kind of reacts to it right there, and then Alfredo kind of washes up as they're coming down, and one thing led to another.
Hit there too.
2 big hits for Alfredo. Cozy got sent through the grass, Schildhaus through the grass, and that'll happen here. That's what we got to expect if you're going to go 3 wide, and these guys know it, but good thing it's the preseason just to find their way through and figure these things out, but it's how you learn.
Pits are open. Everybody is on pit road. I'm guessing since everybody's pitting, they think they can make it from here to the end.
Let's see. I mean, 75% fuel, Kevin. You think we're good from this point on? I think we might be a tad short.
What's the typical fuel window here? 36 to 38 laps. So
around
if it's,
there.
Yes, I mean if it's 75%, that's 27 laps or so. So I mean it's close.
It's very close.
It's I mean I think they're going to go green here with 25 to go. We'll probably wreck again if the trends of the race continue. And then I guess you have to factor. I'm not sure what the situation. I know Jake will know as far as green light checkers, but that's going to be a factor as well. We'll just have to see. Okay, 3. All right. So yeah, we're not done here. I think these guys know that they're going to have to come down again just because of circumstances.
We'll see how long Alfredo has to sit on pit road. And I'll open up the floor. Who do you guys want to talk to here under this caution flag?
Travis Brown.
Okay. Let's bring up the Moon Man, the king of the beef, Travis Brown. How we doing?
What's up?
So, by popular demand, you were asked to be brought up here to talk to us. How's the race car? It had a couple scary moments throughout the night, but still in one piece.
Yeah, somehow I don't know what happened there. I think there was net code with Trey behind me and Alfredo maybe, and I thought I was dead, but I cranked it left and I cranked it right, and I kept it going straight and only had 49 seconds of damage, so I guess we'll be all right. I'm gonna send it. I said I was gonna win or wreck. So far, it looks like I'm probably gonna wreck, but we'll see.
Well, I said, well, why not do both? Why not wreck, use the faster pair, come back and win it?
That's a good idea. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have my work cut out for me here. I'm gonna be like, oh hell. Let me see. I'm about to hit the line. Probably 24th, 23rd. No, 24th. No, 23rd. Yeah, so 23rd. I think I can do it. The problem is, you know, you can go like 3, maybe 4 wide here, but some of these guys are 3 and 4 wide by themselves. So it's going to be tricky to navigate this, but we'll figure it out. Hell, I'll go to the grass if I have to. I don't give a shit.
Words of wisdom. Travis Brown, the air spanking machine. Best of luck to you. Hopefully we can talk to you at the end of this deal. And go win it. Don't wreck it.
Go get him, son.
I'll go get him.
Travis Brown. Moonhead. He will start, I think, P... Oh, what the hell?
18.
Yeah, he's back there.
Scoring is stupid. Scoring is telling me the race is over when we have 25 laps to go.
I can assure everybody it's not over, so you're fine on that.
ATVO is fried. Here we come. It's McCandless and Cozy that'll lead us down to the restart.
Here we go.
Pace car is in. Here we go. Green flag.
Blake McCandless gets a solid restart. Not really connected with Hicken, though. Hicken, again, kind of struggling on the restart. That's going to let Cozy and Cornelius get together, and Cozy's probably going to be clear as they head into turn number 1. Might try to bring Cornelius with him. He will dive to the inside, clears himself on McCandless. So Cozy bringing himself right back to where he's been all race, 99 P1.
You got Cornelius now leading that outside line as they come down the back straightaway.
Yes, they are, Jacob.
Yeah. I got nothing else. ATV is still broken. It still thinks the race is over with 25 to go. So I guess I'm just not going to be able to use it the rest of the night. Thanks.
Just use your best judgment.
Yeah, I guess I'm just going to have to fly through the field like crazy a couple of times. Good news is Joey Stone has not lost the pack yet. You got McCandless in second with Cornelius and Cody side by side for third. And then 3 wide toward the back of this lead pack with Travis Brown trying to make some moves.
Keep an eye on that developing story that Joey Stone will once again lose the trap. But meanwhile, back up front, these 2 drivers in first and second as the canvas goes to that top line. These guys have been dominating the second half of this race. Side by side, here comes Hicken, here comes Cornelius. Big bumps, and that's going to stack up the inside and the outside line. That's going to allow that third lane. They've heard this before. Here comes Harry Tiller, 3 wide in turn 3.
Tiller trying to do the best he can. Doesn't have a lot of help up there. You got McCandless fighting for the lead on the high side with help from the 77 of Cornelius. As they come down the front straightaway to the start-finish line. At the line, it's going to be Blake by a nose by the splitter on these race cars as they headed off to turn number 1.
Keep an eye on the 2 podium teammates to the inside. Those green cars were kind of messing with them with their upside-down roof numbers, but they have made their way up to the front. Cisco Scaramuza and Keenan Kusin. There you see on board with Cisco. As they're not out of it, they're probably going to hook up at the end of this thing. They are now as you get a big bump there from Caleb Hoffman there on Keenan Kusin. But these guys should play a big factor. And as we know at super speedways, you got to have some help to make anything happen. And those guys are putting themselves in a good spot. But McCandless still trying to fight for the lead with Davin Cornelius behind as Cody Hicken just gets loose again off the corner. I think I kind of want to say Travis was loosely talking about Cody Hicken as being 3 wide by himself. He's done a good job of keeping that car clean for the most part here, but that car has definitely been wobbling a little bit as he might look for the lead on Cozy, but he slams the door going into one.
How about Rusty in this lead pack and Justin Malillo? Couple names that we haven't really talked about tonight. Joining the party is Cody. It's the apron.
Oh, man. Luol just came over the radio and said, Cody, you're scaring me here.
I think that's what everyone's thinking right now.
McCandless clear for the lead. Cornelius was clear. He's going to stay up top. He wants to try and take it all the way.
Yeah, that inside line wiggle really hurt Cozy once again. Cody Hicken has been the anchor on this inside. Once again, he is on the yellow line, and now he's going to be 4 wide, almost 5 wide, going into the triable. Hicken going to stay on that apron. Maybe. We'll see if he can get through it. Looks like he will, as right now, that's going to give, once again, Blake McCandless the lead. Cozy right behind him in second. Here comes Cornelius. Has that opportunity to be the leader in that second lane. He's looking for second as well.
And you got Travis and Harry right behind as well. So things starting to come together for this outside line as we will hit 20 to go this time by. Here comes Champagne. He's going to pull out a line, and nobody goes with him.
Oh, Keenan got really loose. Was that Keenan or was that Cisco that got loose? I think that was Keenan down into turn number 3 in the 03. It looks like the 30 from the backstretch, but again, the numbers upside down.
E0.
Oh, look out.
Oh, Luol.
Coming back up. Keep it down there. He's going to now to come up.
He's clear up, but that's going to hit that.
Oh,
Look at this. That's Fryer. Up the middle, and he makes it work. Who needs to lift?
Don't need to, especially here. So that's going to jumble the pack up. But we're getting down to it. 20 laps to go now here at Daytona. And I was going to give a shout out to Harry and Travis up there. I don't know how. Harry's got his fast repair, so that car is brand new. But Travis, he said he had 49 seconds of damage on that car.
Just Malillo got doored down the straightaway by Rusty. Malillo hangs on and makes the pass.
Justin Malillo just kind of hanging in the weeds here and still almost gets involved in the accident.
Beat up.
I'm sure he's not going to like that. Oh, contact again.
And Cisco, they hang on, and here comes Champagne storming up the outside.
Man, Travis Brown already has damage. I don't think he wants any more. Those guys nearly piled it up again on the front stretch. But once again, Cozy is your leader as they go into turns 1 and 2.
This is starting to get wild here. We're going to see a huge run before this thing's done.
So Travis still holding his own there up in the top there, trying to push Blake McCandless. The top lane is getting formed up now. Got some formidable guys up there. Briar LaPrade, Justin Champagne, and Michael Frisch has joined the party. And there's Jonathan Cadell. I haven't heard much from him all race. He's been sitting in the back. He's decided it's time to go. So 4 cars up to the top lane trying to make it work. And I think with those guys up there, the experience all those guys have, they could probably make it work.
Here comes LaPrade closing in. And we're going to have a battle. This entire front row is there 3 wide, all made up of contenders in Road to Pro here. LaPrade outside, McCandless in the middle, and Cozy down low.
13 cars under a blanket, 18 laps to go. Once again, Cozy on that inside line, but here comes Briar, Champagne, Frisch, and Cadell. They're making that third lane work as they go into turn 3, but here comes McCandless in that middle lane, going to edge out both of them 3 by 3 by 3, 4 rows deep in turn 4.
Keeping it clean. You got the 77 blinking a little bit down there. Still blinking off the corner.
God, perfect timing.
And of course, he asks who? You, pal.
Everyone's blinking. What's going on?
Well, knowing him, I think it's CPU issue. Graphic settings too high. CPU didn't like it, so he has to blink for a moment to let it relax. He's still jittering. There it goes again.
There it goes again.
That's scaring off Michael Frisch and the other ones on the top there. Cadell backs out of it. Here comes Noah Sweet. Haven't talked about him at all in that 7 car. He has I suck at racing on the side of his car up there.
He also has a cartoon kid peeing on an Ohio State logo, which I think is my favorite part about that scheme on the corner panel.
He put the scheme on Twitter, and I saw it, and I kind of got a good chuckle out of it. He can make some pretty funny schemes. On the back of the car, it says 900 I rating. I'm sorry. but he's
D-class, yeah.
he is making his way up there, though. I mean, again, Noah Sweet, Lefty Designs, does a great job designing cars. Follow him on Twitter. He's a great follow. He's got a bunch of stuff he puts out. But trying to get the racing down, and he's got to put himself in a spot to win it, and that car doesn't have a scratch on it, so who knows? He could probably come away with this thing if these guys all wadded up at the front.
Coming to 15 laps to go in race 1 of the Fall Brawl. We're back with the same show, same time next week. Where are we at? Xfinity Cars at Atlanta. 100 laps on the board from Atlanta Motor Speedway next week. Then we go to Iowa in the ARCA cars. And then we rip this track up, go back to the old pavement, and we put the ARCA cars on bumpy Daytona, and we see what happens. And that is all the Fall Brawl has. So 3 races left after tonight, and then we take, I think, 2 weeks off until we get the big show. November 11th is when Core Season 4 officially will begin.
I have breaking news. Joey Stone has not lost the draft, but Cody Hicken, who is all over the place, he has. He is now 22nd. He is trying to work his way through 1 and 2. He is well off the pace, 20-plus seconds behind the leader. That is Michael Cozy. But we're finally starting to get to the nitty-gritty here, guys. 15 laps to go, 14 to go this time by. And dare I say, we may be going 3 wide any second here as we go through the tri-oval.
Wow, you missed it coming off turn 4. Half the inside line was yiggling there on the bottom. They got the apron, washed up, went back to the line, and it just kind of wiggled it down the front straightaway until they got to the tri-oval. Everybody sorts it out.
Perfect timing there from Kevin. They're going to go 3 wide, and there they go.
Harry,
so
there you go.
Harry Tiller in the brand new car with a big shot from Justin Champagne up there. He's got Brian LaPrat up there. David Schildhaus is up there. So 4 cars trying to make this work. Oh, Champagne into the wall going into the corner. He's able to keep it off it. Very good job. That's not easy to do. These things stick to the wall, and he's able to not lose a bunch of time, but that's going to effectively kill the high side. They're going to have to get another run going. But still, the Cozy and McCandless show at the front as we come down the line to complete lap 67.
Also, an update, David Schildhaus has indeed found his ass and reapplied it.
There it is.
That thing is back together once again. Still side by side between Cozy and McCandless. Travis Brown and Cornelius side by side for really second in line. And then it's Cuthbertson on the outside and Scaramucci. Contact! 49 goes down onto the apron, coming back up.
Oh, come on, Justin. Don't be a nice guy. Oh,
It's in line.
You let him back up.
I don't know if that was contact or Scaramucci just was scared to death by Cornelius disappearing like that. But he's going to go all the way to the back field here. He's going to go around 15th position. He's going to have to regroup, maybe get back with his teammate and keep him on that inside line. But right now, that middle line is all over the place. As these cars get more and more wear on these tires, they're going to be starting to jostle around here. Still very hot here at Daytona, 123-degree track temperatures. These guys are once again, here comes Tiller on that outside, 3 wide into turn 1.
Tiller trying to do the best he can with help from Champagne. We got Cozy down low, McCandless holding that middle line. Cozy able to burst back out in front as they come down the back straightaway. Pretty much 3 wide all the way through this lead pack. Things are starting to accordion together.
It is a about 20-horse pony show at the dog races, as Travis would say, in turns 3 and 4. So that middle lane has gotten broken up a little bit. McCandless has had help from Travis Brown. They kind of separated it a little. And Harry Tiller trying to make that 3rd lane work again with help from Justin Champagne. Just not enough cars, I don't think, up there to make it work. And it looks like David Cornelius in that purple car has figured out what his issues are, so he looks solid for the time being. So dare I say, they're all over each other. It's very orderly up here, though. Not a lot of them are close to each other, but that is definitely going to change as we work our way down further. We're coming to 10 laps to go this time by, and I got to say the vice is tightening at this front pack for sure.
You can feel the tension building between these guys. That this balloon is going to pop before we get to the end of this deal. The question is when. You got Cozy and McCandless still side by side. I don't think the wreck's going to happen there. It's going to be behind them where things are going to fall apart.
Four candidates on that third line have decided to join the party. Cadell has now made his way to that third lane. Travis Brown gets a little bit tight in the middle of the tri-oval, nearly gets into the side of Champagne and Tiller. Lefty in the back there, also trying to think about going to the third lane. Hoffman also thought about it. They're going to go back to the middle. Oh, that's 0-3. That's Keenan on the inside. He got a little bit loose on the inside line right behind Cornelius. But right now, still locked up here for the lead. Cozy and McCandless once again side by side for the lead.
Down the back straightaway. The middle line has some help. Not going to clear Cozy, though.
Hit again. Nearly hit the wall.
Through 3 and 4. Travis going to try and...
Look at this, Joey. He's actually trying to race. He's in the middle there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh man, Joey is trying now. He's in the pack. He's pulled up right behind Frisch, and just as I say that, he backs off a little bit again.
And I think Rusty got distracted by the broadcast. He was swerving, gets back on straight. 9 laps to go from Daytona.
Did Moon hit the wall? I think
he did.
Hit the wall.
Yeah.
1 and 2. These guys are all distracted. Maybe we're doing too good of a job here.
But look at this, guys. That middle lane got separated. That's going to allow the bottom. They're checking up big on the bottom. Cornelius to the middle lane. He's going to have a push from McCandless. Tiller's trying again. He's got more help up there on the top. As look at the push by McCandless to Cornelius. Cornelius could have the lead off at turn 4.
Oh, man.
Man, he's just trying to do everything he can. New leader, maybe. Yes, drive-through holds on. He's going to drive through all the way to the lead, but Cozy fighting back on the bottom with 8 to go.
Hopefully it doesn't continue to blink like a Christmas tree. I don't think this pack can take it.
Oh, boy.
Keenan on that inside line, still all over the place, doing his best Cody Hicken impression against that yellow line. But Cozy still finds a way to get back to the lead. He's going to resume the lead spot. But here comes Cornelius and McCandless almost tandeming by themselves right now on this second lane.
He's clear.
Trying to catch up, and Cornelius is clear.
Here he goes.
And Sean, he's going to go to the inside line, defend that side, and they're stacking up in the back. Scaramuzzi and Melillo almost get into it as they're still 3 wide for 7.
Well, it started with LaPrade. He lifted.
Man.
Scaramuzzi lifted, and then Melillo was right there, nowhere to go. But here comes Cozy back to the middle. He's going to lead at the line, and he is almost clear of the 77, getting down into the corner. And is he going to get there? I think yes.
And if you see Cozy and McCandless pushing each other in the middle and you're on the bottom, you can almost guarantee that you're going to lose the spot. So 99 back up to the front where he's been all race. He goes right in front of David Cornelius. McCandless still doesn't have all that much help. Cornelius is clear. He moves up to the middle, and now he's going to take the lead as the bottom is not conjoined. As here comes Harry Tiller with a huge run. They're going to be 3 by 3. Tiller goes all the way to second.
Again, the wall.
Everybody in the wall behind Tiller. They're going to hang on. 6 to go. Apparently, they think Travis Brown had something to do with it. He says that basically you're on drugs if you thought that was his problem. 6 to go.
I think these guys are getting a little bit tight, especially in 3 and 4, just due to this hot surface. It seems like every time they go into 3 and 4, they wash up just a little bit, and that not only kills the momentum, it also sends these guys into the wall. That's also not very good. But back up front, things are starting to settle out just a little bit because that third lane starting to break up. You got the 0-3. That's Keenan looking on the second lane. He's going to get a huge shove from Cornelius. Here comes LaPrade all over the back of Cozy. These guys are still side by side up front for the lead. And look at Melillo in 7.
How about this? Where did he come from? He's there with Rusty and Hoffman behind him here on the inside line. So you got Team Canada up high, Team Pro on the inside. As, oh no, Jones is pitting. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
5 to go.
Well, this is the longest run. We're on that 22 of this run. This is the longest run of the race, and handling was a factor early in the run. You can imagine what these guys are going through now. But how about Keenan Kusin? We have not talked about him throughout the race, and he is right where he should be. Brown goes around.
Brown. I think Harry Tiller may have gotten a piece of it, and Travis keeps driving it, and he hangs on.
Guys, if everyone pits here, Joey's going to be leading.
I tell you what.
What has happened here at the end of this race? Joey Stone with the prediction of the race. If everybody pits, he is going to be your lead car. That is an unbelievable luck for Joey Stone if this goes his way. But man,
Sponsored by Advanced. So I say
All right.
it's an advanced pitch strategy.
Oh, you were waiting for that, weren't you?
Oh yeah.
First off, I want to talk to the guy that caused the caution. Holy hell! What a job driving through that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Did I just get loose or did I get a shot or what?
Going back at the replay, so you had Cuthbertson on you.
It's really wacky looking wreck, actually. I can't
I
really
think-
tell if you got
It's like an
loose or not.
accordion effect almost.
Yeah, I think he may have hit you, and then you started yiggling a little bit, wiggling, and then it went around.
Started what?
Yeah, that was something. I made like every wrong move there with those last 3 laps, and then fenced myself in the tri-oval trying to help Blake. And then I don't know, hell, it was probably my fault regardless because I had no momentum up there, and Kyle was just trying to help. So whether I just got loose or he got into the back of me, it was really my fault. I shouldn't have been up there to begin with. But how I didn't hit anything, I don't know. I guess I just held on to it long enough to let everybody by and spun down to the apron and kept on driving. So
Well, you did catch Tiller, actually, and got him up into the wall, but other than that, you didn't hit any wall. Nobody clobbered you. Things still looks pretty good here. I think we're going to have a natural, cage-free, green-white checkered here. What do you think?
I'm finally going to get the quick repair, and then I'm going to send it. I don't know. Somebody's mad at me. Apparently I wasn't giving them enough room in the middle or something.
Wow.
He was.
Let it go.
Come on.
But I don't know. We're vibing.
Best of luck to you. Hopefully we'll see you at the end of this deal.
Yeah.
He said he was either going to wreck it or he's going to win it. He might try and do both here at the end of this deal, but nonetheless, Travis Brown, we'll see what he can accomplish here in this last restart here. Cozy is the race leader.
Say that.
As we are actually going to overtime. So this will be overtime attempt 1 of 3 since we're at 2 to go right now and the lights are still, or 3 to go and the lights are still on.
Can I ask you a question, Jake?
Mm-hmm.
What does yiggling mean?
That is a term, I think, from the Cozy dictionary. Yiggling just kind of it's wiggling, but you're also like weeble wobbling.
I've heard of Hucklebuck. I've heard of.
What the hell is Hucklebuck? Hold on.
I have never heard of. I've never heard of giggling.
Hold on, I'm making a call here. Hold on. Michael Cozy Jr., I'm asking Jacob Hitz a question, and he's used the term yiggling twice on the broadcast so far, and he says that comes from your camp. Can you clarify that for us?
Yeah, you know when somebody gets to wiggling, but not like a huge wiggle, it's kind of like a little bit, that's like a yiggle. You know, just a little yiggle to him.
Okay. I just wanted to know what it is, because I've never heard that in my entire sim racing broadcasting career. The weirdest one was when Landon Castle kept saying Hucklebucking during the firecracker, and I just wanted to get a clarification from that. But while you're up here, you're leading this thing. You've been dominating the whole thing. You've been avoiding all the wrecks so far.
Except that one.
Except the one. But do you think your chances of winning this thing are as high as they've ever been? You got the podium teammates up on the top there. What do you think you got to do to make sure Davin's car stays on the track, first of all, and secure the win for yourself in this thing?
Yeah, I would have liked it a lot better if we would have went green. And everybody's cooling down. It's going to be kind of tough. But, yeah, we're going to make it wide. Try to stay on the bottom if I can. We'll move up if need be. Yeah, I don't know about these damn green and pink cars. We'll see, though.
Hell yeah, man. All right, thank you for clarifying that for us. I just wanted to see if Jake wasn't leading us on or not. But go get him, man. Good luck to you.
Hell yeah.
So you were correct, Jake.
Yes, sir.
I didn't mean to undermine you. I just wanted to get clarification on that for sure.
And I just saw a replay of the lower third. Michael Cozy Jr. yiggling. Thank you, birthday boy Zach Johnson.
These podium schemes, I know we're coming to green, but these podium schemes are just aggravating me more and more.
Is it the Comic Sans or the upside down number?
You got just a random Rick on the quarter panel. Okay.
Team Rick. Here we go. You got the shrimps down low. You got Team Rick up high. This is green white checker 1 of 3.
This is going to be great.
They got to make it to the white flag. If they do, we keep racing. If they cannot make it to the white flag, Ben will throw the caution and we'll do it again. He's also quick with the caution, so if they wreck coming to the white and they don't make it to the line, he's going to throw it. They had to turn 1.
As look at this, just as I expected earlier, the 2 podium teammates of the repulsive cars, according to Kevin Keenan, Kusin, and Cisco Scaramuza. Justin Malillo, I guess.
No, look out! They're saving it, Rusty in the wall. Keep watching the broadcast. They're good. Yes, we're still rolling. You got half the pack left.
Single file behind them, but still side by side. Here comes the podium teammates. Here comes Justin Malillo in the top 5 on that outside line. But on the inside, Cozy, once again, just the Pied Piper all night long. 4 versus 5 as they go into turn 4.
Here they come up off the corner. Coming to the white flag. It looks like we are going to make it unless we get a John King situation.
Oh.
No, next flag ends the race. Cozy is the leader. White flag, 1 more lap to go here at Daytona. Cozy is clear on all fronts. Now the question is, who's going to try and mount a charge? Here comes Schildhouse, 3rd on the bottom, trying to get himself clear of the Team Rick cars.
Cornelius has to jump out here. He does.
Here he goes. Oh, there goes Keenan, and he's going to hook Schildhouse. It's a big wreck. It's a yard sale on the parking. Oh my gosh, David just got clobbered. Here they come. We're side by side for the lead. You got 3 cars left. You got Blake behind you. You got Malillo. You got Travis Brown. They all get single file. What is this, Coke Series? Here they come. Off the corner, Blake goes high. Can he get help? Travis down low. Cozy gonna block them all. Here comes Travis through the grass. Cozy is going to win the Fall Brawl at Daytona. A 3-wide finish for second. A horrific crash on the back straightaway that results in David Schildhouse getting packed into the air. I think he's now officially in the Space Force. And Michael Cozy Jr., season champion in Season 3, he opens the Fall Brawl with a win.
As Travis says, this wreck is like an onion. It's got a lot of layers to it, so we'll take a look at it. But man, what a race! As David, you take a guess who hit David Schildhouse back there to launch him into the air. It's not other than Lefty hit him. But the initial one was our buddy Joey Stone.
Yeah,
Destroyed him. There's a lot of torn up race cars, but here we go.
He didn't even lift. 180 miles an hour into the back of David. I mean, it's last lap. I get it, but man, that was a hard hit.
All right, Kevin. Let's put our best analytics hat on and see what happened in this thing. So David Cornelius in that 77 is going to jump to the outside. That's the right move, but then it looks like there's just a bad bump between Scaramuza and Kusin, and that hooks Kusin. Schildhouse has nowhere to go, and then Joey, bam, just right there, launches him, and then Schildhouse gets hit again. You missed it there. But he gets hit by Noah, and
oh my God!
Yeah, there's another big hit.
Oh my!
Remember that Arthur wreck that happened like 2006? Give me
Harry again! That's the 2nd time he's rolled it tonight.
I can't believe.
What's our flip count at 5?
It's up there.
It's up there, yeah.
Thankfully, there's no Wendy's gift card at the at the end of the season. Like a certain lead, if you get like I think it's like the 100th flip count or something like that. Might need to do something similar for this. But this guy right here, I don't know how Michael Cozy ended up winning this race. You had Blake McCandless, Justin Malillo and company, all basically 10, 15 miles an hour faster. They avoided the wreck, and he pretty much played defense to a T perfectly. And then we didn't really see it much the rest of the race. The yellow line is all bets off. You can go underneath. And Travis Brown said, well, what about the grass? Let's go to the grass. And he somehow finished 2nd in this
Okay, here's the onboard I want. So I'll go back, Zach. We need to see Noah's onboard for that.
Here it is.
Here's Justin Malillo. But he had an interesting view out of this. So let's see. So these 2 cars right ahead of him, I got to think Justin's working with them because, Justin's been in a couple podium things, and Keenan, and of course, Keenan and Cisco are on there. So there's the hook. Justin threads the needle.
I was so hyped.
They call him slowing in the way on these, but he did an excellent job. Nearly got hooked by Travis. I want to see Travis's view of that. He had a hellacious last lap avoiding that wreck and getting himself into a position. So here we go to David. That was perfect. So here's Travis. So he avoids the initial wreck, and then he ends up in the front stretch grass trying to win the race. So we'll fast forward here.
There you go.
All the cars on the top. look at this, just using the draft, getting himself in position. The wreck is going to happen right there. How'd you like to see this happening in front of you? Dives to the bottom. No cars in sight. That's how you do it. Barely gets out of there. Almost clips the grass. Almost hooks Justin. But Travis, after having a roller coaster race, finishes well.
Travis finishes second. Travis finished second in the grass.
Yep.
He beat Cornelius and he beat McCandless. I thought Davin at least got him for second. No, he's going to take it all the way and make it a 1-2 for the 99 and the 01.
Almost won the damn thing.
He said, no, I don't care about this yellow line rule. I'm going through the tri-oval grass infield. He almost made that sucker work. I want to go. I know we're asking a lot of Zach right now. I really want to see this lefty impact. There he is.
Cozy has finally blown his engine doing donuts, by the way.
Well, good for him.
All right, so this, I really want to see, because he did not lift at all. So the wreck is going to happen quite a ways upwards. So they're coming off a 2 there. You see the wreck happens. And let's just listen and see if any lifting goes on. There's the wreck.
I mean,
are we going to call him no lifty at this point?
We talked.
To his credit, sorry, Jake, but I don't think you can do that because he couldn't really see. He was pushing a car. I'll give him a pass on that. Yeah, I'll give him a pass on that.
Last season we made fun of Jake Baskinger a lot for not hitting the brakes and just never lifting for wrecks. I think we may need to invest in a Jake Baskinger award and give it to some of those folks in the back because they just never lifted.
Oh, boy. Well, it's the last lap. I mean, you can't blame them for not lifting. Want to make up as much ground as you can. But that was a heck of a race. There you see the results on your screen. Michael Cozy Jr., the Pied Piper of super speedways, now has the best luck of anybody on super speedways I've seen.
I would agree with that. That's very true.
He'll win the race. Travis Brown with a roller coaster of a race for him. He'll come home in second. Davin Cornelius blinks his way to a third place. Blake McCandless will finish in fourth. Justin Melillo, after having the wreck avoided to the, can't really say the season because it hadn't started yet, but he will come home in fifth. Trey Normile finishes sixth. Eric Kleppinger seventh. Dale Reynolds eighth. Kyle Cuthbertson ninth. And Keenan Kusin will round out the top 10, Kevin.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Justin Champagne will finish in 11th. Briar LaPrade up and down all night. Him and Alfredo dominated this thing in the first stage. He will finish in 12th. Zach, I need you to go to 13th because I'm out of the server. Thank you. Cody Hicken will finish in 13th. Michael P. Frisch, pretty quiet tonight. Pretty surprising out of him. He finishes in 14th. Lulas, I'm not even going to go with that. I'll wait for someone to confirm that with me. What is it?
A snacker. Sean nailed it the first time, and I was impressed because we struggled all last year on it.
Well, all right. Caleb Hoffman in 16th. Joey Stone, are we surprised, in 17th. Jonathan Cadell in 18th, one lap down. David Schildhouse in 19th. Cisco Scaramuza also in that big wreck. He will finish in the 20th position. Dylan Jacobs, Noah Sweet, Harry Tiller, once again, are we surprised, in 23rd. And Rusty Walrus, a tough night. He was really busy. He was watching both screens for him. He finishes in 24th. And Anthony Alfredo, our only Cup Series driver, finishes in 25th.
28 laps down. Let's talk to our top three. Of course, we spoke to all three of these guys already tonight. Let's start with our race winner in Michael Cozy Jr. Well, able to hold them all off. How about that last lap?
Hell yeah. I don't know. I was pretty confident, but yeah, I was surprised it went down like that. I don't know. It's always kind of weird when you get like a 1v1 with. I was just sitting there watching the replay, trying to figure out what had happened. I had a pretty good game plan, I thought, and it never really goes that way on the plate tracks. But yeah, it came down. I was pretty happy that I was like, if we're just gonna 1v1 here to line, I'm like, I got this. But then I was like, as soon as we got down there in the turn 3, I saw McCandless and then come with a bunch of momentum. I thought I was gonna have to block Kai, but he lost so much momentum. That's what it was. Going up top, I was like, we were good. I saw Chaz coming from downtown, and man, he almost got there. If this is Talladega, I was telling him he would have won it, but I knew he was going to slow down just a little bit when he hit that grass. That was enough I needed. I can't believe that, though. I'll take it any day.
Well, congratulations on the win. Of course, what you win is a whole lot of nothing. Yep. the Fall Brawl doesn't matter too much other than...
It matters to me. I like winning.
You get the bragging rights. You get to draw the dick and balls with your race car here at Daytona.
Hell yeah.
Atlanta next week in these same cars. How you feeling?
Oh man, that's gonna be fun. I don't know if I'll be any good, but man, I'm gonna let her rip. I guess they probably still got the grip strips from whatever the hell they did with the Road to Pro track, so that ought to be something. We'll figure out that. Hopefully, I can ride something other than the bottom. But either way, low grip. We're gonna, elbows out. We're gonna be hustling. It's gonna be a good time.
You won when we were at Atlanta in the ARCA cars. We'll see what you can do. At least I think you won when we were at Atlanta. I don't remember. I just kind of assume you won that race. That last race was a little blur, but nonetheless, we'll see what you can do. Next week, same time. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you next week.
Hell yeah, thank you very much.
Michael Cozy Jr., race winner tonight. Let's talk to second place finisher, Sean. It's Travis.
Travis Brown, you finished second here tonight, man. A hell of a roller coaster race for you. Went everywhere, up, down, through the grass. Tell us what the hell you were thinking coming to the finish there.
So on that restart, I went up through the middle, and they started wrecking down in one. And then me and Justin Champagne got hooked up, and me and him always work really well together on these plate tracks. And going down into one on the white flag, literally everybody went to the high side. And so did Justin. So I took it down low, and then he followed me. And so we passed a bunch of cars. We probably would have been in the top 10, even if they didn't wreck. And they started wrecking. So I kept my foot in it. I went low, missed that. Me and Justin, I almost clipped him coming back on the track, but I kept my foot in it, and I had a run. And earlier, I think I said I'd go to the grass if I had to. And I didn't have any help from behind, and I thought David would probably take it to the apron, and he kind of did. I think if I'd have held my ground on the apron going into the travel, we'd have made contact and it would have killed my run. So I said, hell, there's grass down there. I'll just go down there. And I've never really tried that in a real race. And it worked better than I thought it would. I kind of killed my momentum getting sideways, but I held it sideways. Hopefully everybody watching like that. If this was Talladega, I told Cozy he'd have been in trouble, because I mean I was hauling the mail down there, man. But second ain't bad. Second sucks, but it ain't bad. Consider I restarted 21st, so I mean 21st to second in 2 laps. I can't really complain.
Yeah, I was about to say you took the white in 19th, so I mean you gained a crap ton of positions on the final lap. I mean you got second by 4 1,000ths of a second there going through the grass, so. Kind of can't really be all that much of a bummer for you, but I mean, like I was saying, your race was like literally a roller coaster. So you're wrecking, then you're going for the lead, then you're wrecking again. So what did it take for you to keep your head in the game and get this finish here tonight? Because it's not easy making up that many spots and at once. You've had to have passed at least 50 different cars this race. So what was your mindset coming through the field on those last runs?
Hell, I just kept that sumbitch to the floor and swerved where they weren't.
Hell yeah, man. That's how you got to do it. So, Travis, always a pleasure talking to you, man. Good job on finishing second. Gave us the highlight of the race. Well, one of them for sure. But congratulations, man. Go enjoy it.
Hell yeah. Thank you, man.
Hell yeah. Travis Brown, Jake, back to you.
Let's talk to third place finisher. Drive through. Kevin?
Davin, I would say this. You probably had the most wild bridesmaid experience of the night. You were behind drivers who were all over the place. You were in the lead, blinking. You see a huge wreck behind you. You're side by side for the lead. Tell us about your night overall, man. What a wild evening.
Yeah, it was a little bit all over the place. I thought I'd be stuck behind all the big money drivers up at the front, but we ended up getting up there. Was I blinking when I was in the lead?
A little bit.
Maybe not when you were in the lead, but when you were second, like behind Cozy, you were blinking a good bit.
All right. These things happen. But yeah, it was cool. I don't know. I feel bad for not giving a better show. I didn't really want to push Cozy all the way, but I'm just getting sort of squeezed in the middle.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put Travis in the grass, but then he kind of just went there himself. So.
Yeah, he told us that you thought Davin's going to go to the apron. It's pretty common sense. And then you kind of like half-assed it in his mind. I
was going for it.
Oh, yeah.
He was there.
I mean, it was fun for us, for sure. I didn't know this until, I came aboard here to help Jake and Sean out with the broadcast. You're one of the organizers of this here league. Are you excited for what you saw tonight? Are you excited for what's going to happen the rest of the season here at Atlanta coming up?
Yeah, really happy with the turnout tonight. Had a lot of cars on track, a lot of cool people coming to join us. Really appreciate that. The racing was pretty cool. I feel like it's the perfect amount of, you got, some, I won't call them tryhards, but there's some guys who are pretty good at the game up there, but there's also some guys who aren't that good at the game up there, and it's a fun little mix. And especially the plate tracks. I don't know. I think it's a cool little mix of a bunch of a bunch of creators and influencers from all sorts of corners of the community. It's cool. I'm excited. This is a cool way to start off the preseason. We got a fun month of stuff coming up, and I'm excited for the real thing in November.
Well, I think I can speak for everyone else in the booth here. We are definitely excited after what we saw tonight. Congrats again on the second place finish, and we look forward to seeing you and talking to you the rest of the season here at Core.
Yeah, thanks for putting on a show.
There you have it. Drive through. I know we talked about bringing in Cisco. Oh, Cisco is here. I thought he left, but he is in the Discord.
He's around.
I don't know. Do we want to talk to him about that last lap turning his teammate?
I mean, I think he and Keenan might have talking. Well, we could bring them both up here. We could see what happened with both of them.
We could. All right. You know what? Let's do that.
Jake moved himself. You love to see it. So
no, where'd he go?
We'll bring Keenan and Cisco in here. There you go, Jake. You're back.
Screwing everything up. There we go.
But really quick, guys, Keenan and Cisco, we wanted to get your guys' feedback on exactly what happened on that last lap wreck. We know you guys were trying to work together, but it looks like things just got a little too close for comfort there.
Man, I ran out of talent. We watched it back quite a bit. Initially, I thought Cisco just right-reared me, but I couldn't hold the line and save my goddamn life. I was waiting for Davin to pull out. Cisco was just committed to me, and I was like, all right, I'm so far back now. I don't think I'm gonna get it. I'm just gonna see if I get behind Davin, and I wasn't paying attention anymore. Hadn't run the hotline all night, and I haven't done oval probably since the core last year. So just inexperience on the high line, and not looking to my left enough because I just I don't know. You can see it in the replay. I just couldn't hold the line, and he got in the back of me, and that wasn't Cisco's fault at all.
Cisco, your thoughts?
I'm putting my application down. I know Brad Keselowski's leaving Penske, so if anyone else wants to, I turned my teammate at Daytona, so I'm already there. But yeah, just, I think the biggest thing I was having trouble with, especially in that run leading up to that, is just you're in that situation with the setup I have here at the office. I don't really have a whole lot of reference. So I was following Davin at one point that last run. I couldn't see where I was on the track. I couldn't see the yellow line. I couldn't see who was next to me. So it's hard to get your bearings when you're in a pack that tight. And we tried it on the last one there. And, next time we go to a plate track, at the very least, the roof numbers will be changed. But
oh my God, please.
Are they going to be a 45-degree angle next time?
I'm going to flip it, so it's going to be they're going to be like little tiny numbers like GT3 cars, so I can't get it wrong. But
yes, I love it. Kevin is going to be so mad.
Let's show them the Cosmin, and he's going to have to fly back and fix himself.
That was literally getting painted during practice, so we're busy at the office. So let me tell you.
I love the Comic Sans though. Kevin was I pointed it out before, and Kevin's like, "Oh my God!" But the Comic Sans was just so chaotic. We loved it.
Team Rick has a brand, man. We sit in the middle for most of the race. Comic Sans, and at some point all of us kill David Schildhouse. That's just kind of how it goes. Dave, if you're listening, if you kick me square in the shin, I understand.
Oh man,
Northwell all over again. Season, and we come back and we wreck David again.
Oh, that's what he gets for swerving in front of me in stage one.
I mean, for your guys' credit, David, he got wrecked multiple times this race. I don't think you guys had a single hand in that. It definitely didn't help his race at all.
That's very David Schildhouse and core. He's got if he had no luck, if he had bad luck, he would have no luck at all.
Oh boy, it's just tough luck for David. But we go to Atlanta next week in these things. So number one, are you guys going to be excited to race that? And number two, what can we expect on the paint scheme front as far as that race?
As far as the paint scheme, I was going to say, as far as the paint scheme goes, no, roof numbers will be fixed. And also, that's me coming off probably a day or so of Coke prep and everything for the finale. So I'm probably going to be in the back 10 laps down. So don't expect anything out of me then. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't speak for everybody. I'm not a super, super strong oval racer, which is kind of why I like doing the core. So I know it was Daytona, so I'm like, I'll just jump into it. It'll be fine. But for Atlanta, I'm going to try to get a little bit more practice and not embarrass myself next week. That's the goal. Just finish somewhere in the middle and don't cause a wreck that takes out half the field. That's the two goals. If we can accomplish both of those, that's a win.
It's okay. Like I said, it's the preseason, so don't beat yourself up too much about it. It was still a good race, fun watch. But guys, thank you very much for joining us. We'll let you get back down there to the debriefing, if you will. But I appreciate you having a word with us. Good luck in Atlanta.
Yeah, man.
Thanks,
Thanks
fellas.
for having us.
Thanks, guys. Jake, I know that you moved yourself out of there, but we'll throw it back to you.
Yeah, I clicked the wrong button, and instead of dragging people up, I joined the other channel. But these things happen. Nonetheless, what a night, huh? I mean, debrief here from our front. This was a hell of a show, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin McAdams himself on Twitter said, "So at the core league is pretty fun. What a race, LOL." So I mean, I think he enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I enjoyed it as well. I mean, there's reactions if you guys want to hop on Twitter. If you're following anybody that's in the race, they're putting a lot of funny stuff on there. But this was an interesting race to watch. Fun ending. This is a great group of guys. I mean, as Keenan and Cisco were saying, there's a great mix of, there's pro drivers in here all the way from, the best personalities in the series. There's a lot of skill gaps in this. And that's what makes it fun. We got a bunch of guys vying for the same spots, and there's going to be a lot of chaos for sure in races like this. But it looked fun to race. It was definitely fun to watch, and I can't wait to see what Atlanta's got in store for us.
And apparently, while we were calling this race, we time traveled and we lost 6 years because Geno Smith is playing in the NFL at quarterback and just threw a touchdown.
I just saw that 98-yard drive too. I wonder what happens. Yeah, I saw that all over Twitter.
The weirder thing is that Geno Smith is only 30 years old.
What a segue.
Yeah. There you have it. A lot more shenanigans coming up next week when we go to Atlanta. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, that's it here from Daytona. We're going to leave the tinfoil in one place on the back straightaway, and we'll come back to it when we return to Daytona with the old pavement in a couple of weeks. In the meantime, for our birthday boy producer, Zach Johnson.
Happy birthday, Zach.
Happy birthday, Zach. For Kevin McAdams, Sean Butler, I'm Jacob Pitts. Thanks for watching the madness of Core Fall Brawl Race 1. So much fun. We got a lot more coming up next week.